Hello everyone. Hello. It is Wednesday, February the 10th. I am Marcy Denning. I am Stampin' with Marcy, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. I am located in southwestern Ontario, and I would like to welcome you to my Wednesday night Facebook Live. I am super happy to be here with you. Hello, Jeannie. Hello, Diana. I hope you've all had a fabulous week so far. Today is Wednesday, hump day. So that means only a few more days left of the week before we hit the weekend. And it's a big weekend. It's the love weekend. So I hope you are getting ready for that. I delivered a whole bunch of, hello, Jeannie. Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, are we twinsies today, Diana? The Stampin' Up! T-shirt and the sweat jacket. Well, it is very cold here today. It was minus 16 this morning. Minus 16. I know out west they're getting much colder weather than what we've got here, but it's still awfully cold. So yes, I had my heater on in here and I just turned it off. So yes. So I am going to flip you around. I have a adorable card to share with you today that I will be giving my honey tomorrow, and I'll tell you all about it. So let's flip the camera. And we're going to just take a moment. I am not fancy. I am not in my business where I can have all that fancy programming camera stuff. So we do the best we can with what we've got. Maybe one day I'll be a little fancier with my getup here. But for the meantime, we just have to have a little bit of patience while I just move things about. Minus 30 with the wind chill, minus 41, Jeannie. Oh, yuck. Oh, that's awfully cold. Yeah, that's very cold. Yeah, you don't want to go outside with that. I was out today doing some Galentine card drop-offs. I did some yesterday. Yesterday I walked. Today I was driving around. I had to go to Damon and Alley's and sit in the house with my mask on, waiting for the plumber. They were having some plumbing issues with their washing machine. Yeah, it froze. The pipes. So yeah, so I had to wait for the plumber to come and do his thing. I visited with Maya and Chester, as I hadn't seen them in quite some time, so it was nice to get some kitty lovin' from them, and I was happy that they recognized me. They didn't run away. They were like, oh, hello, we know you. So yes. All right. You don't like your arms, so you cover them. I don't like my arms right now either, Di, but I'm covered because it's cold. So yeah, all right. I'm just adjusting my lights and I look nice and bright. All right, so today is February 10th. That means there's only 18 more days of the month. So I am looking to grow my stamping family. And right now is the perfect time to join my Sassy Stampers family, as you get so much more for your money. Think of it as like a Costco membership, where once you're in that exclusive club, you get all kinds of benefits. So, and right now you get the added bonus of 5 additional packages of designer series paper that before shipping and tax, This is worth $79, and you're going to get that for free. Plus, you automatically get an additional $30 extra free on top of what you pay. So if you'd like any more information, please don't hesitate to call. Call me, text me, email me. Okay, today we are working with Oh Snap. Now, tomorrow is Brad and I's 37th anniversary of our first date. Yes, I am that sappy romantic girl that we celebrate it every year with a nice dinner. Okay, I'm just looking to see who's all here. So hello, Marg, Amy. Oh, Amy is minus 40 in Alberta. Ugh, that's very cold. And Lisa says there's a cold air mass heading to her in British Columbia. Oh, yes. Oh, so anyhow, yes, Brad and I started dating. We were 18 years old when we went on our very first date, February 11th, 1984. That was a very long time ago. So 37 years ago. So every year we do a nice little dinners, order out or go out. This year I've ordered it today and we're picking it up tomorrow. So this here, I love animal sets and I love the punny phrases and sentiments. So this is what I created for Brad. You crock my world, and he sure does. So this sweet card, I know he is going to get a kick out of it. And inside I've got just a bit of the water to kind of carry that on through. Now this stamp here, it's probably supposed to be like a water lily or something like that, but I'm using it as grass. And no, there is no dye. I fussy cut that out. But don't worry, I'm not going to make you sit and watch me fussy cut. You and Jeff got married in 84. Yeah, we did not get married until 1989. We dated for 5 years before we got married. So, yeah. But anyhow, let's get started with this fun card. So this alligator crocodile, he is big. So you would need the very largest, your largest block or your Stamparatus. Your Stamparatus will do a beautiful job with this. And when I'm stamping, with my Stamparatus, I always like to put I'm just making sure you're in camera view. I like to put my a stamp case underneath so that it has some stability, so that when I'm inking this plate up with the stamp on it, I'm actually getting a good transfer of ink from the ink pad to that stamp. This guy is so sweet. He's so adorable. And I know Brad is going to have a real hoot when he opens this card. I've closed my office door so that he can't hear me saying that I'm making the card for him. All right, so we're just going to close this over, and I like to pull my sleeve down so that my hand glides over easier to give good pressure firmly all over. Hello, Tammy, how are you? Tammy, I dropped something off in your mailbox today. All right. And I know that, oh, where is my bone folder? Hold, please. I think I've got them all over on the other table. Okay. Sometimes I find that the photopolymer sticks, So I don't know if you can see, I've got my bone folder here. Let me bring this over. And I'm going to just slip it in here. Even though I've got my magnets on, it still does not quite, sometimes it pulls it up and shifts where that paper is. So if I don't have a good stamped image, I like to make sure that my cardstock is not going to lift up. So I slip my bone folder in and I hold it down in place. Amy, I am in Strathroy, which is in between London and Sarnia. It's just a small town. So we're done with the crocodile. So we're going to move him. Let's close him over and move him out of the way. So I'm going to let this dry for the moment, because you never want to start coloring with Stampin' Blends right away. You want that ink to have a chance to dry. So what I'm going to do, this is going to take just a smidge of time, guys. I've got my Pool Party, I've got my Granny Apple Green, and my Soft Sea Foam, and we're going to build up our color. Snappy, yes. Amy, you're from Ontario as well. What part of Ontario are you from? Okay, so I've got my blending brush here, and I'm going to pick up my ink, and I'm going to just get some of that excess off, and I'm going to start right in the center because my crocodile is right in the, his body is kind of wrapped around that water, I'm thinking. Oh, I'm glad you liked it, Tammy. I know you're not going to eat those chocolates, but maybe Wayne would like them. Who knows? Yeah, I walked and delivered a few yesterday, and then I drove and delivered a few today so that it's all done before the weekend. And I will, I have a couple more to drop off tomorrow. So I'm thinking that's probably good for that. Now I want to do my insert as well, which is the exact same size. It's 4 by 5 1/4. And again, I'm just going to take some off there, and then I'm going to come from the bottom and just bring that up a bit. You were born in Kingston and grew up in Milton. My sister lives up in the Kingston area now. I was an Army brat. My father was in the armed forces. We came to Strathroy when he retired. My younger sister was born in Germany. I was born in London, and my older sister was born in London. So I've lived in London, I've lived in North Bay, I've lived in Newfoundland, and I've lived in Germany, and then Strathroy. We came to this area because my mother had a sister here in Strathroy. She's passed away, and then my aunt was in London, 2 uncles in London, and an aunt in Stratford, and now there's just the one aunt left out of my mom's entire family. They've all passed away, sadly. So, okay, so we're looking good there. Oh, don't close that. Let's get some. Bring this in. We want some water. All right, so we're just going to take this cute little wave and go across here. All right, so, oh, we need one more. That's 6. So let's go a part 1 and make that 7. Okay, so because we want odd numbers. All right, so this one here, we are doing the same. We will adjust if we need to once. Let's get this straightened out here. Make sure I'm stamping fairly straight. All right. A fun fact about Brad and I, we didn't know each other in high school. I picked Brad out of the yearbook. I was going to a dance with some friends, or I wanted to go, and my friends all had dates and I didn't. So I opened up the yearbook, and it happened to open up to the D page, and I saw Brad's picture and thought, oh, he's cute. So I looked him up in the phone book and gave him a phone call. Can you believe that? We did not know each other, and he did not. At first, he said that he went running and looked up me in the yearbook and kind of recognized me from the halls. But yeah, we did not know each other. And I said, hi, you probably don't know who I am, but my name is Marcy McKay, and I would like to know if you would like to go to the dance with me that is on February 11th. It was at the New Portuguese Canadian Club is what it was called at the time. And Melting Ice, a band from Mount Bridges, which is just outside of town, was playing. It was the Neves Brothers band, and I really wanted to go, but I didn't want to go alone. So I picked my husband from the yearbook, and the rest is history. There, I have just let you in on a very fun fact. No, I'm not normally that brave. But I do believe that the early bird gets the worm, and if there's something you want, you need to go for it. So, and what's the worst somebody can say? They can say no, right? So, yeah, we've been together ever since. It's something that hopefully someday we'll have grandchildren that we can pass that fun story on to. So, yeah. So as you can see, I'm just building up that light color first around here so that we can then lay the heavier, darker color over top. It doesn't take too awful long, really. So, all right, I think that looks probably good. And I'm just kind of bringing it into the center to kind of blend out over that pool party. So then I'm going to close that one up, and I'm going to come in with my Granny Apple Green. So I started with the soft seafoam because the Granny Apple Green is a very vibrant green. I love that green, but I didn't want it like overpowering. I just want to come in with that hint. So if I've got my lighter color down first, I think I get a much better tone to my card. So and I may have told my son today, that Damon, that I dropped off when I went over. I tucked some Valentine's Day cards for him to look through to give to Allie. his wife, on his side of their office. And then I said to him, now I am doing a super fun card tonight for my live that you can, if you want, you can have the one. I'm giving your dad the one, I said. So he said, cool, thanks, Mom. Send me a picture of it, and then I'll let you know. And then I gave Allie a card too to give to Damon, and I hid it kind of underneath her laptop in their office. So, all right, I think I'm good. However, I do want to bring a bit more blue in, just a little bit more blue in there to kind of blend that out. So let's just, I don't want to close that quite yet. Where did I tuck my glue? Here it is. So if I can get my blue open here, it doesn't want to, come on. Do you guys ever have that where you just can't seem to get your ink pad does not want to open? Oh my goodness. So I have a question. I'm not getting the reach that I would like on my Facebook. So I'm wondering, instead of doing 3 Facebook Lives a week, let's flip this over. I don't want to contaminate that blue. Instead of doing the 3 Facebook Lives a week, would you guys be interested in me doing a YouTube Live on Fridays instead of another Facebook Live? Let me know, and when you're watching the replay on YouTube, please comment and let me know. I would love to know if that would appeal to you, if you would like that more. All right, so now we're going to take this fun, I'm going to call it leaves. I don't know what it is exactly, but I'm thinking of it as a fun plant, some grasses instead of like a water lily. I have no idea what the artist's thought process was on that. So and some of these will be covered up by Mr. Crocodile. So let's bring one there. I'm just trying to build my scene here. And one there. And I think we should be good. Hello. You like whenever I'm on, you'll watch, Jeannie. Oh, you are so sweet. To comment on YouTube, Tammy, you have to be signed in to your Google account for that. So to be able to comment on YouTube. All right, so now we're going to come in, and I'm just going to quickly show you how I colored my alligator. So I used my Mossy Meadow and my Old Olive. So what I did is I came in and I brought some of the Mossy Meadow in. You know how alligators and crocodiles, they've got that dark area. So I'm just kind of coloring them in, just kind of scribbling it around. And then we're going to give his snout here some dashes. And then I suppose if I used my bigger end, I could color more the brush tip, but all right, so let's bring some of that down here. Okay, then I'm gonna come in with my light, and I'm doing the other end here so that I can, because they're kind of dark, I think. They're not like really light green. I'm imagining. I could be totally wrong, but yes. So I'm thinking it's like a stripe almost around his back. All right. And it looks really, really kind of hideous at the moment, but trust me, it's going to get better. It will, it will. All right, so now we are going to, this green is yet a different tone, and I'll look up in a minute to the comments. I can't while I'm coloring. So I'm just coming in with, this is my dark Old Olive. Okay, and now let's bring in our light Old Olive. And get his little snout there. So on Viber this morning, we have a family group where we chat. My dad and my sisters and I, my sister was bringing up how when we moved down to this area, I believe it was 1977, we moved from North Bay during a very bad snowstorm. There was a big blizzard. And that's when we moved down, and we were stuck on the highway at a rest stop with all kinds of other people because the highway was closed for a while. So my sister had photos from that she had gotten online. So we were chatting away about that and where we lived when we first came to the area and that big snowstorm. We don't get snow like that anymore, not here anyways. I know when we were growing up in North Bay, we got a lot of snow up there. I do remember that. I remember my birthday is May 23rd. And I remember having snow on my birthday. Isn't that crazy? And you know what's so funny? Some of those memories are so clear and vivid. Just like I could tell you what Brad and I both wore that first night, our very first date. I remember all kinds of details, yet ask me what I ate for dinner yesterday. And I'm like, I don't know. Isn't it so weird, memory? I don't know. The older you get, it changes. It's kind of, I think it's kind of weird, funny. And even if I have a note, I say I've got to have it written down Even if I have a note, I still will forget stuff. It's like, seriously? Crazy, crazy. All right, so I'm just wanting to soften that hard line along there. I know watching somebody color is maybe not quite so much fun. We're almost done, I promise. Oh, and Marshall wants in. No, Marshall, you cannot come in. You were all over my table the other day. All right, so now I just want to soften that just slightly. I'm thinking his spikes, whatever their scales, I don't know the correct term for these. So I'm just adding the dark mossy all along the one side of them. And I'll look up in just a second and get caught up on comments. All right. And then my dark old olive. So do you guys remember your first date? I'd love to know. Answer me in the comments. Where did you meet your significant other? Did you know them before or meet them through a mutual friend? We didn't have dating apps back then. That's not how we met. For sure. All right. So, and then when he dries, he's going to smooth out. So, abracadabra, ta-da! We have him all fussy cut out. I thought you might appreciate that. Okay, so, I find that some of my blends are two different shades on the same blend. Anyone else ever notice that? I have found that as well. Hello, Carol. Hello, Louise. Okay, let me just scroll back. Hello, Sherry. You are totally blender pen challenged. Nothing ever turns out right. Oh, I'm sure that's not true. You just have to experiment and play, and the more you do it, the better you are. You're famous for making a shopping list and then forgetting it at home. Oh my gosh, I do that too. I do that too. Or I'm not writing things off my list, and then I'll get home and I'll be like, oh, I forgot that one thing didn't get crossed off. Jeannie says it's called craft disease. Can't remember a friggin' thing. Yeah. It's really, yeah. It's a thing, and the older you get, the worse it gets, I think. Yes. All right. So Di met Jeff when they were carnies. He had the haunted house makeup on, and we met at the Edmonton Klondike days. Di, I remember you saying that when you were done, we were done school, when we graduated, you were going out west. Because I don't know if everybody watching knows that Diana and I went to high school together. Diana is in the United States now, but she was, she's an Ontario girl, and we went to high school, SDCI, together. We've known each other a very long time. Amy met Dan online. Their first date was at a Boston Pizza. I like Boston Pizza. And Jeannie met her husband Dan on a blind date with her friend. Yeah, nice. And Wayne rode up to the camp I was volunteering at on his motorcycle and followed me around asking questions. It took 3 weeks to ask you out because he couldn't find me on Facebook. Oh my. Yeah, well, when Brad and I started dating, there was no Facebook. Way back then, oh my goodness. You remember the 80s, people? Yes, I had that great big permed hair. Oh yes. Acid wash jeans, all that kind of stuff, leggings. Yeah, back in the day. Okay, so I'm layering this on Pool Party, so that's the front. This is my inside. And it's the exact same measurements. The white is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and the Pool Party is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And my base is thick basic white, and it is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And as always, you'll find all the measurements on my blog, which will go live at about 20-ish minutes after I'm done here on my live, because I like to download the video from Facebook and then upload it to YouTube, and then I insert it into my blog post. So, all right. So see how then my crocodile, he's going to be like this. But next, we have to bring in You Croc My World instead of You Rock My World. Isn't that so fun? And we're going to bring in the little sister, my little baby girl here, my baby Stampin' Cut and Emboss. And where did I put? There it is. Oh, before we do this, we need to stamp. So bring that back in. My piece of cardstock, and You Croc My World. I miss, one of the things I really miss is date night, guys. Brad and I, the secret to a long and happy marriage, in my opinion, is date night. You have to continually make the effort and go out on a date, just the two of you. And we would do that once a month. Go to dinner, the movies, just go out, just the two of us. All right, so this is from the Snail Dies. I love this little speech bubble. Oh, it's so adorable. So I'm going to, I've stamped it first, and I'm going to tape this on here. Yeah, so we're big movie people. We really miss going to the movies, and popcorn is my kryptonite. Movie theater popcorn especially. Oh my goodness. So we both really miss going to the movies, and I super duper miss popcorn. It just tasted so much better when you don't make it. All right, so I'm going to tape this on here so that it does not shift, because it's a small area. And bring that in. Okay. All right. pop that out. And there we have You Crock My World. You still make popcorn on the stove? Oh, I do too. With the butter, yes, and salt, but it's just not, it's not the same. Amy says she's blog challenged. She can't figure out how to do anything on her blog. It takes a little bit of time, but I started my blog almost right away when I signed up. I'm not great with the technology part. Brad is amazing. He is so smart. He knows all that stuff. I do not. I once, this is how bad I am. Once my blog, I said that I needed to do some updates. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to give my hubby a break. And instead of asking him, honey, can you please update my blog? It says I need it to be updated. I thought, oh, well, you know what? I'm just going to do it. Well, whatever I did, I don't know what I did, but I crashed the server. So, because we have an internet company here, BAM Internet, which is Brad and Marcy. BAM. So we have a server here, and whatever Marcy did to update her blog, thinking she was going to be so good and help her husband out, yeah, I crashed the server. That was a few years ago. Yep. I have not touched it since. I will leave it up to him to figure all that stuff out. But yes. So that's where I send people to sign up under me. I send them to my blog. I have the shop now. I have the join my team buttons on there. So the best way to keep people easily able to reach you. All right, so we're going to have the crocodile. He is just like this, because they're always sitting beside the water, right? All right, so we've got the dimensionals on the back so that he's not going to sag at all. And then his little speech bubble, he's telling Brad that you crock my world. Oh, so adorable. And really, it did not take that awful long now, did it? The coloring, this one's just a smidge darker than this one, but basically they are identical. The fun inside. Okay, so, yeah, Di used to go out every Friday night, and Jeannie still have date night even though you're all alone now. Well, still, it's getting out and doing something outside of the house that you normally do, making the time for each other. COVID stopped going out, but now you have certain meals on certain days. Di says Taco Tuesday, Pizza Friday. Oh no, Tammy, nothing is the same as movie popcorn. Oh my goodness, no. Movie popcorn, I don't know what it is, what they do, but it is the best. So delicious. Judy from the hippie days, love beads, bell bottoms, pants, and peasant blouses. Oh, I still love peasant blouses. Oh, still love them. I'm just going through. Your best first date was in high school at a grad reception. He walked up and I asked, coffee, tea, or me? And he said coffee. That's funny, Tammy. Jeannie was married with 2 children in the 80s. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Brenda. I've got 2 different Brendas on here. Judy met her hubby on a blind date. He was a friend of one of my nursing school buddies. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Yes, February for us is a very big month. Brad and I went on our first date on February 11th. We got engaged. We dated for a couple of years. Then we got engaged in February 25th. We got engaged. And then our firstborn, Damon, was supposed to be, his due date was March 17th. He was supposed to be born on St. Patrick's Day. And he was born February 21st. So, yeah, all kinds of awesome things happened in February. So even though it's a very cold month, it's a special month for us. So, hello, Chris. Thank you. I am glad you liked tonight's card. Super duper cute. So let me flip you around so I can say goodnight. I actually put makeup on just for you guys because I haven't been doing my hair or makeup lately because when it's cold and I am not going anywhere, yeah, I'm like, why bother? But it is nice to actually do that every once in a while. Start to feel like a real person. My sister will tell you that back in the day, Marcy never went anywhere without being completely hair, makeup, clothes, everything was just so, and now I'm older and wiser, and I know what's important now. So yes, it's take me as I am. Yeah. So anyhow, hello, Anne. Thanks for joining. I hope you liked tonight's card. I will be back on Friday at 1:30 on Facebook. And I look forward to seeing what you guys say. Would you like me to do a weekly live on YouTube? I would love to know if you want me to do more lives on YouTube. I love my lives. I love to be able to interact with you and chat with you, and that way we're more connected. And I really do love that connection. So you love the Croc, Tammy. Thank you. Yeah, it is so sweet. He's just adorable. So, and all the punny sentiments. You Croc my world. And what else do we have here? We've got oh snap, in a while, crocodile, jungle wishes, and crocodile kisses. Oh, I like that one. Sorry, I snapped at you. That would be a really sweet card to give to somebody that you've maybe lost a little bit of patience, and maybe you were PMSing or something. So, yeah, who knows? But yeah, super adorable stamp set, guys. So much fun to create with. So anyhow, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to stop blabbing now. My father growing up always said that I had diarrhea of the mouth because I always got the report cards. A good student, but she talks too much. So, but you know, I spend all my time alone. So when I get people to talk to, I just talk and talk. So anyway, that's me. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great night, everybody, and I will see you on Friday. Bye for now.